Hello, this is Trent Smith with the National Weather Service in Missoula, Montana, doing the weather planning briefing for June 7th, 2020. So today we actually have quite a bit to talk about. First, I'll be going into detail the snow that's anticipated tonight for the higher terrain and maybe even the high valleys of the Northern Rockies. Then the cold Tuesday morning, a warming and drying trend for the rest of the week, and then another active weekend in store. So why don't I just hop into a detailed timing for precipitation. So we're going to start off at 6 p.m. This afternoon. We're anticipating a lot of shower activity across the Northern Rockies this evening, but going on throughout the night. We're anticipating this shower activity to just predominantly linger across southwest Montana, portions of Lemhi County and Idaho County. But we have this weak disturbance that'll be dropping into Idaho, which will be enhancing the precipitation throughout the night. And by 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, we'll see a good chunk of the Northern Rockies receiving a decent amount of precipitation, especially south of Kalispell. Again, you can kind of really see where this model's highlighting. Snow levels will be steadily falling throughout the night to around 5,000 to 5,500 feet. So some areas of concern that we're looking at is Lolo Pass, Lost Trail Pass, some of the summits across Lemhi County. Even Butte might actually transition over to snow in the middle of the night. Georgetown Lake and up around Discovery is another concern with this, and maybe even snow at the Condon Summit near Seeley Lake. So definitely some impacts for this first week of June, so take a quick gander at this. I'll be going through this a couple of times, so that way if you want to, you can just kind of see the timing of when the precipitation ends. But this disturbance should move out by Monday afternoon with just a few showers lingering across the northwest Montana. And these showers will kind of linger off and on through Tuesday morning, but then we actually have another disturbance starting to move in, affect the region throughout the day on Tuesday and into the evening hours on Tuesday evening. This will be predominantly just bringing some light rainfall to the area, maybe a wetting rain for a few areas around the Clearwater County, up across northwest Montana. But probably the biggest impact is going to be kind of the breezy conditions with this system, which I'll go into a little bit more detail. So I'm just going to run through this model depiction a few times. If you want to speed up during the presentation, you may go ahead, or if you need to slow down. So what kind of snow amounts are we anticipating during this next 12 hours? As you can see, Lolo Pass could actually see a little bit more snow than this. I wouldn't be shocked if Lolo Pass sees about 1 to 2 inches. Same way with Lost Trail, but really the higher terrains is going to receive a significant amount, with a few areas potentially even seeing a foot to half a foot, the Anaconda Range. up into the Pintlers, so that's why Georgetown Lake's a little bit of a concern. McDonald Pass, HomestakePass, getting 1 to 2 inches of snow, and then like I says, the summits of Lemhi County are an area of concern. So just kind of choosing some points. As I said, HomestakePass looking at about 2 inches by Monday morning. Same way with McDonald, 2.5 inches during this time frame. Georgetown Lake, right now we're looking at about 2.5 inches, but the foothills around there and up into the Discovery Scary area definitely could receive more than this. WilliamsCreekSummit's anticipated to receive the most amount right now, about 1/2 foot, so around 6 inches by Monday morning. And again, has the potential to even receive more than that. Salmon, Butte, maybe even Seeley Lake might experience a rain-snow mix. Definitely Butte's probably going to change over to all snow by Monday morning time frame. And then finally, Lost Trail, we're looking at about 1.5, actually probably closer to 2 to 2.5 inches of snow during this time frame. So with that system finally moving out, it looks like we might actually get clearing Monday night into Tuesday morning. So temperatures are going to drop pretty dramatically for this time of year. The high valleys of southwest Montana are definitely going to get down into the freezing marks. Lemhi County is going to get quite cold. Also the high valleys of Idaho County, especially 29 at Dixie. There's even the potential that Seeley Lake, 32, but even the Missoula Bitterroot Valley could get a little bit cooler than this. It all depends on the cloud cover. So sensitive vegetation and irrigation systems might be impacted with how much cold we're going to anticipate. It's probably going to be too cloudy across northwest Montana for temperatures to really drop, so anticipating them staying into the 40s, maybe upper 30s during this time frame. So now let's go and look at the evolution of the pattern for the rest of the week. So come Tuesday, we do actually still have that little weak disturbance that's going to be making its way into the region. Definitely going to be bringing some breezy conditions, wind gust potential of about 40 miles per hour right along the front range, so kind of spilling over the mountain tops. But even during the afternoon hours, the valleys of western Montana, maybe even out onto the Camas Prairie, could experience some wind gusts up to about 25 to 35 miles per hour during the afternoon, evening hours. So kind of a breezy day, but that ridge of high pressure is going to be building over the Northern Rockies through the latter part of the week, allowing warming and drying to occur. But then by Thursday into Friday, we start transitioning back into that southerly flow. Thunderstorm activity is going to be possible Friday afternoon and actually overnight into Saturday morning. Then that kind of trough kind of settles right over the top of the Northern Rockies, bringing cool, showery conditions once again. Doesn't appear to be as cold as the system that's impacting us right now, but can't rule out at least snow in the higher terrain. So what is that precipitation and ridge going to do? In this graphs, we're actually looking at rainfall amounts at a few different sites. I've chosen Eureka and a few others. And the graph below is actually the relative humidity. As you can see, by Thursday and Friday is probably going to be our driest periods, with humidity levels dropping into the 30s, maybe even in the upper 20s. And then that precipitation moving in for the weekend. But again, not anticipating too much precip for that Tuesday, Wednesday system, at least in the Eureka area. Where Powell, on the other hand, does actually get a little bit of precip associated with the Tuesday, but definitely looking at a nice wetting rain potential for the weekend. And again, that Thursday, Friday is definitely going to be our lowest relative humidity. And this is at Powell, Idaho, up near Lolo Pass. And then things start getting a little bit more moist with the humidity readings rising. Here's Seeley Lake, again, same depiction, the drying by the end of the week, and then that system moving in for the weekend. And finally, down near Ennis, Not looking as much precip for the weekend. Definitely looking at a fairly dry period Thursday, especially on Friday, and then slowly increasing the humidity in southwest Montana. So the 6 to 10 day outlook, just kind of showing that trough lingering over the top of us for a few days, causing above normal chance for precipitation, while our temperatures are going to be below normal for this time of year for next weekend. The matrix is just really highlighting the mountain snow that we're anticipating tonight into Monday morning. I think, again, the bigger impact is going to be that north central Idaho, part of west central Montana, down into southwest. And again, that Friday into Saturday is when things are going to start to become more active again. So if you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at the number on the screen. Visit our website. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.